pads that we're used to, this fan-made flower is a lot more vibrant for the swamps that we got. And if you're looking to have one of your own, start by placing a warp trap door below a lily pad. And then with that base, you can now place an item frame with a honeycomb block inside of it. And after that, be sure to have topped it off with a brain coral fan, and you'll have definitely achieved the desired look. Do not open this barrel, because even if it seems innocent, it's rigged to blow up with a bunch of TNT minecarts like so. And with an observer underneath the block of your choice, you can make any seemingly safe block into a death trap. And then cover it up and watch from a safe distance as your unsuspecting friend interacts with a live explosive. Just don't leave them too traumatized, because they might just end up returning the favor. While Mojang waits until the 1.19 Wild update to add in their chest boats, the community has a way to make one of our own right now. As Mysticat found, we can use the summon command to place a chest minecart into the back seat of your boat. And sure enough, we can place our stuff in it just the same. Which, I'll be honest, is a lot better than just looking at yet another pack mule as a passenger. Instead of moving your stuff with hoppers, we're using conveyor belts instead. Since with a system of pistons and honey blocks, you can move uncollected items on the floor from one place to another, just as a modded conveyor belt would. And if you want to get really creative, throw on some raw fish and have a brand new sushi bar to impress your friends. This item does not exist in Minecraft. So, how is it here in vanilla? Well, by utilizing invisible item frames and a transparent map art, you can decorate your house and get an amazing effect. Though, to get that transparent map art, you are going to need to head out to the void and make your pixel art there, since that's the only way that we're going to be able to get no background on the PNG. And that will allow us to make anything from plates on the dinner table, or even signs to scare off our enemies. We can't normally place carpets on slabs, but this seems to do the trick. And the answer here is beds, but not like this. Since by using the command bar, you can spawn in a lower half of a bed like so. And although that new bed is a little glossy looking, you'll see that any differences are virtually unnoticeable from afar. And with some slabs nearby to hide the wooden legs of the bed, it'll look even more convincing. Lettuce is one of the lesser known crops in Minecraft, probably because it doesn't exist. But maybe with these creeper heads in your garden, you might be convinced it does. From the right angle, these creeper heads give off the illusion that you have fresh lettuce growing in your yard, which should be enough to convince your friends from first glance. And while that face out the back might be a dead giveaway, from the right position, this should do the trick from far away. Here's why you need to start bringing moss down into the mines. See, when placed next to stone and then given bone meal, the moss replaces all the surrounding blocks except for any precious ores such as diamond and iron. And that'll mean no more wasting your fortune pickaxe on the branch mining chores, since instead, the hoe can clean up just fine. And really, I'd much rather waste a stone hoe than my diamond pickaxe trying to find these things. And if we're spending less to make more, then I'm all in. Waterfalls used to look like this, but now they look like this. And the reason for that makeover is the particle effects command. See, this user was creative enough to use a command block to create exploding particles to resemble crashing water. And while the gray in the clouds might not be as convincing up close, for a vanilla alternative to Dr. Rat's mod, I'd say this is worth paying attention to if you make creative maps. A gas turret certainly has a nice ring to it, and as you can see from this user's design, it's a lot of fun too. Now, in order to create this homemade design, you're going to need to bring a gas into the overworld. Then, after you trap that new gas, we can flip a lever to move a piece of its trap wall up and down like so. And that'll let us choose how and when the gas shoots a fireball. From there, we just need a mash click to punch it in the right direction, and we'll have ourselves an open invitation to wreak havoc on your friends. Placing blocks on slabs sounds like a pipe dream. So, why does this work? Well, if you use the summon command to get yourself a falling block, you can make sure it lands right where you want it to be. And then, after typing the command to summon it into place, you'll have a permanent addition to your slab or stair shelf, which beats the alternative of it floating, just saying. Now, this wolf's tail is spinning, but why? Well, to answer that, we first need to know that a tamed wolf's tail is linked to its health. So the lower its health, the lower the tail. And conversely, if we use commands to make it have